Now with the NBA, I'm just going to read you guys some injuries here with the first game. We'll start off like that. Jazz here, 11.5-point dogs at home. For the Rockets, Finney Smith, East, and Van Fleet obviously still out. Adams, game time decision. Kevin Love's out for the Jazz. George, game time decision. Oscar Tshiebwe is going to be game time decision. Yang and Kessler obviously still out. I just keep saying Kessler. He's in the injury report. Yeah, this one I'm laying it here. KD's on the court. I'll take that. Am I rushing to the window now to lay at 11.5 points? No, but I just think, again, still a size or front court advantage with Sengun as well. Yeah, I'll lay it here, minus 11.5 with the Rockets against the Jazz. Right, next game we got the Celtics and the Cavaliers. Celtics here, 7.5-point dogs. That's where I'm at the end of the day. Saw them kind of compete with the Timberwolves. At the end of the day, you look at the Cavaliers, Merrill's going to be out. Jared Allen's going to be out. Larry Nance, Lonzo Ball, Porter game time decision. I don't know. To me, the Celtics are still scrapping up a roster. They competed the other night and won outright against the Pistons the other night, basically one of the best teams in the East right now. I think this Boston team's scrappy enough to even possibly win this one outright. Yes, I'll take the 7.5 points with Boston against the Cavaliers here. All right, we got the Raptors and the Knicks. I'm kind of the same sentiment here. No RJ Barrett. That might be a big piece missing going forward. But I still think the Raptors have plenty enough. The Ingram acquisition was for this reason. Somebody was going to go down, and, the forward spot's deep on this team. Scotty Barnes, double-double is always live. We know this. I like the Raptors here, plus 7.5. I still think the Knicks are always going to be overvalued. We know this too. Shaman's out, Onanubi's out. Nothing unusual from the Knicks side. Still basically the same guys kind of out. Yeah, I don't want to lay anything with the Knicks of this magnitude here. I like the Raptors plus the 7.5. We got Sixers and Hawks next. This one I'm on the 76ers. This one, injury report was ugly here on both sides. Dante and Trae Young obviously still out. Porzingis is going to be out. Derisic out. So the front court for the Hawks is always next man up. But same thing with the 76ers. Embiid's not going to play. Wofford's not going to play. Drummond's game time decision. Edgecombe, it's just an injury report nightmare. But I still think of Jared McCain, Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey's out here on the court averaging 31 points a game. I still think from the perimeter, I would I would like the 76ers a little bit more. It's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and then you got to hope Jalen Johnson has a good night from three. I don't know what are they shooting here from three, right? From three, 37% from the Hawks is not too bad, I'm telling you. But that's why the over 234.5 isn't that bad. This one's a tough one. I'm on the Sixers. Again, more experience here. They're shooting 37% from three, both of these teams. Yeah. So 76ers still. The reason why, I already said, I think a Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey duo there is a little bit more dangerous than anything the Hawks have. Quentin Grimes, another sleeper off the bench for the 76ers. That's that. Minus 1.5, though. Let me get the minus 125 money line on this for sure. All right, we're going to do it. We're on the Thunder. We're finally going to jump on the bandwagon. I like to fade the Thunder. I think I was even on the Thunder that their first loss of the season and only loss this year when it was against Portland. Then I think I hopped on them again when they beat them big time against the second time out. And here, I think is similar to the second matchup. Give me the Thunder because Drew Holiday out, Matisse Thybulle out, Scoot Henderson out. Those pieces were all there that first matchup. That's what gets me liking the Thunder here, minus 12.5. Again, our team on a mission 20 wins, 1 loss. I can definitely see it. 19-1, obviously, to start the season. Can only look their way. On to the next game. We got the Spurs and the Timberwolves. This one is a one I like a lot here. The Timberwolves -3.5. Spurs are kind of in coast mode already out the gate. They're happy to be 13-5. We'll rest Wemby with the calf issue. Stephen Castle still not going to play. Who else? Harrison Ingram, game time decision. McLaughlin out. Clean injury report from the Timberwolves. Can only be looking their way. Naj Reed, a big day. I'll look for him in the props. Obviously, you can always look at Ant-Man props. Yeah, I'm on the Timberwolves here, -3.5 at home. All right, next game, we're on the Grizzlies and the Kings. I remember this one vividly. It was when we caught the Kings +18 against the Thunder. Then we turned right back around on the back-to-back and took them there +2.5, +3.5 in Memphis. They got boat raced in that game. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go right back to the Kings. This time they're at home. I would say this is a revenge spot. They're going to remember that, what happened. I know I do. But I think at the end of the day, look at this injury report for the Grizzlies. I know John Morant's not going to be playing. Who else? There was another core of guys. Scottie Pippen Jr., Brandon Clark, Javon Small, Ty Jerome, and obviously just Sabonis and Schroeder. Those guys, I'm still waiting on a Maxine Reynald appearance, at least a meaningful one. I'm about to have to give up on it. I don't think it's even the kid's fault. I think they just don't give him the opportunities. Throw the ball down low to him, work it in there. They're playing Eubanks a lot more. That's the problem. But whatever. Anyways, I still think the Kings have plenty of pieces. Monk, Russell Westbrook. We'll take the aging DeRozans and Levines. But yes, Kings +3.5. Give it to me. Sign me up. Probably even the money line there. 230.5 seems light as well. That might be a triple play. Over, money line. Yeah, all you name it. All right, on to the next and final game in the NBA. We're going to take the +14.5 here with the Pelicans. And the Pelicans injury report's ugly. No Herbert Jones, no Trey Murphy. 2 big pieces. It's hard to almost want to bet the Pelicans with them. And then, no Jordan Poole either. Who's going to get any sort of offense going for the New Orleans Pelicans here? Jordan Hawkins out as well. Well, let's just look at how they were able to compete tonight against the Warriors. I think they can do something very similar here against the Lakers. Who we got? Jose Alvarado still going to be out there. Jeremiah Fierce, Sadiq Bey. I like this cat, Derek Queen. He's making a big name for himself already, rookie year. Call me crazy. Missy coming off the bench. McGowan's has seen an increase in minutes, so he might be a guy prop-wise. Bryce McGowan's the kid out of Nebraska. I know we're having to grab some guys. You don't really know who the heck we're betting on, but +14.5 is where I'm at. Seems like way too many points. I get it. Lakers at home, rolling off to a very, very hot start. 14-4, looking like one of the best teams in the Western Conference. But, I don't know. I don't want to lay 14.5 points. They do have the Suns up next. Probably a game they care a little bit more about, going up against D-Book, and more of a threat of a team in the Western Conference than the Suns. I hate to think about it that way, but again, I'm not going to want to lay 14.5 points with the Lakers, so I can find any excuse to get on the Pelicans side, and so that's what I'll do here. I'm on the Pelicans +14.5.